important is it for all voices to be heard?
I think it's really important, and I think one of the big changes in the last few years is that people want to be heard, and self-expression has become a huge source of fulfillment, entertainment for people. And for a time, people could not understand why are people writing for free, why are people updating Wikipedia entries for free. And nobody ever asked before, why are people sitting on their couches watching bad TV for many hours for free? So, something has changed. People want to be part of the story of their times. They want to express what they feel, tell their stories. And I think it's fascinating to have the stories out there, because you never know who is going to read it. That's the magic of the internet. You never know who is going to be inspired, who is going to be affected. And it can be a very simple story. Writing online doesn't have to be polished. It's very conversational. And pictures is another form of writing, telling a story through pictures. We have tons of slideshows. We take pictures and create slideshows. We tell stories through that, telling stories through infographics. There are many, many media. But absolutely, I think one of the most promising and hopeful things is that so many people now are using their voices.
It's very significant that a time is coming where every human being on the planet will have a voice. If he has a clear voice, he will be heard across the world. It's a very significant technological process, particularly that we have chosen democratic ways of forming governments in the world. We need to understand democracy is not a spectator sport, it is an active participatory sport. Most human beings or most citizens are still not realizing this. I was just reading a report on how the previous election in United States was won mainly on social media. And it's beginning to happen in India, that right now all political leaders are on social media, all political leaders are having Facebook pages, all political leaders are tweeting on a daily basis, very actively in India. Because India has the most youthful population and everybody has beginning to have access to internet. Especially that we have become democracies, it's very important that everybody should have an opportunity to speak and a platform to speak. If their voice is clear enough, it will be heard. If it is just something, it will be lost, which is a fair ground. You don't have to be a reputed journalist to write or to speak. If you have something to say that's worthwhile for people around you, it can be said and it will be heard, which is a phenomenal thing. Never before in the history of humanity such a thing has happened.